Pick up for Michael. All right, thank you. All right, so it's been a little bit. As you could tell, it's already nighttime from the last clip, but we're finally getting ready to put in the motor. Calvin actually came to help me out real quick, but I was taking forever trying to figure out like small miscellaneous things and where they had to go and all that before we could even get the motor in the car. But now, as you can see, we're getting ready to plop that bad boy in there. Got the little crane and the motor over there. We're gonna find a way to strap it and actually lift it up and get it inside the car. And I actually never told you guys, but I did remove the power steering, and I got this nice little Chase Bay power steering delete kit, which is right here. See if I can get some light real quick. All right, so here we go. This is the Chase Bay power steering delete kit. So it goes straight from your rack and pinion and then goes into this little reservoir that has the power steering fluid in it for it could keep it nice and moisturized. And then this is what we actually took out. This is the whole power steering assembly, which is actually a lot. But here's the motor in all its glory, getting ready to go in. We do have some breathers in the back right here in the back of the block that I bought from eBay that we're going to be utilizing. And then I got the sandwich plate already mounted up with the oil feed line and the new distributor on, and everything is ready to be mounted and ready to go, except the turbo isn't on, obviously, because I might take off the exhaust manifold to make it fit better. But I also need the studs to actually mount the turbo to the actual manifold, and I didn't get those yet. And I also went ahead and purchased the ATI Super Street dampener right here. It's way better than the one I had. It was recommended, so I went ahead and did that. I am happy to finally say we finally did it. The motor is in. Now we just got to do the miscellaneous things of literally connecting every single cable back to its original place, but the motor's in. That's literally like the most important part. The motor's in. So now it's crunch time, right? We basically just got to connect everything. I still need to go get the turbo studs for the actual manifold, which I never actually showed you guys the turbo. So this is the turbo I got. So no more eBay turbo, boys and girls. This is a 6266 precision turbo that we're going to be using. It's a T4 because that's what the actual turbo manifold is right here. A nice little top mount T4. It is actually made by TSM, which is in New Jersey, where I usually get like literally all my car parts at. And no more movement in the motor because we do have the nice spicy Hasport motor mounts right all around, literally back there to somewhere. Oh, right there, you could see it. It's a little dirty, but right here as well. Look at that. We're good to go. No more shaky motor. So I'll pick up the camera once I have like everything connected without, you know, messing anything up. So I'll be back. All right, so as you can see, the motor is finally in, and I took some time to put things where they needed to go. So I got the turbo mocked up and mounted. I actually went to TSM, which is Tri-State Motorsport, and got myself a Vibrant feed line instead of the eBay one that I was going to use, as well as I was trying to get the bolts that go right here to hold the actual turbo down, but they didn't have them in stock, so I actually had to order them. So I'm using these as temporary placeholders since, you know, I can't get back there. And then as well, the wastegate, we actually have a tile wastegate, which is upstairs. I'll show you guys in a little bit, but we have a tile wastegate. It's a 44 millimeter. And then we also did wire in our new injector harnesses right here, all wired in and soldered and heat shrinked. Got the fuel filter there and the actual E85 flex fuel sensor right here. So fuel lines are good to go. Basically, everything is good to go. The only thing I'm missing is a battery relocation kit, which I already ordered from eBay because we're gonna put the battery in the trunk, since I want to put my catch can where the battery is located factory wise. But so far so good. Everything is plumbed perfectly fine and routed where it's supposed to be. The only thing that we're missing is an actual exhaust, which I'm gonna have one of my buddies custom make. And another thing we're missing is right here, since this used to be an AC compatible turbo kit that I bought, You see the little intercooler piping that goes right there? Yeah, it needs to go there and now go straight up to the turbo. So we need to go ahead and, you know, build that. But then other than that, we should be good to go for the first start. What I'm gonna do now is obviously connect the battery. The distributor is disconnected and we're gonna check for leaks. So we're just gonna crank it over, right? First time, crank it over just a little bit. Have the fuel pump prime, make sure there's no fuel leaks here underneath the car. Or anything with the fuel pump in the back inside the car. But it's almost go time, boys and girls. It's almost go time. Just hang in there just a little bit longer. All right, we're about to fill up with oil for the first time. This is the little nice level 7 production that actually it goes to a catch can. I had this before on there, but I don't think I ever showcased it. But this is for you don't have to weld the little bungs inside your valve cover. So this is like an alternative. We're gonna quickly take this apart, which is super easy, see, and fill it up with oil. All right, so the oil I went with just for the braking period, which is right here, is Royal Purple 5W30. This is literally just to lubricate the engine and to, like, you know, clean it up for I could actually put the real oil in afterwards. So like, don't drive on this, because I tried driving on it and it's like very thin oil and started leaking. So maybe it was just like a me thing, but I'm not gonna drive on this. This is just for cleaning purposes. Alright, so we're just gonna do the little priming to see if there's any leakage. But real quick, I'm pretty sure this battery's dead because it hasn't been, like, obviously used or turned on or anything in like a year. So alright, got the key in hand, let's go. Alright, look, we're gonna prime it one last time because this is gonna be the third time I primed it. But listen to that fuel pump. Oh man. Oh man. And no leakage, baby. Alright, so as you can see, fast forward, we have everything mounted still. Everything turns on quick and easy thanks to Speedy Tuning. So thank you very much for actually coming over and getting this bad boy started for me for the first start. Speedy Tuning, he is going to be my new tuner. I'll leave all the stuff in the description below. But as you can see, it's already getting a little rusty, which is literally my fault because this is obviously all open and, you know, all the elements are going right through. So it's getting all rusty already, which is sad since this is all new. I even painted the hot side because it was super rusty, as you could see right there, but I stripped it and then painted it just for the meantime because this is all going to be powder coated, just not yet. But the only thing that we're missing, this car would have been running a long time ago, but my tuner actually told me, well, basically recommended that I get my intercooler piping bigger because the ones I have right now are way too restrictive, and it wouldn't be any point in tuning the car because it wouldn't make any power because it will be restricted. So what we need is new intercooler piping and a new intercooler that actually could support the power we're trying to make. And as well, I'm also need to do my custom exhaust that my boy is going to do for me, and then we get onto tuning. But since the season is over, it's already winter technically, I might as well just upgrade some parts and get this car out in like sometime in spring, or maybe like, you know, sometime midwinter. At least have it tuned and ready to go for when springtime actually hits. But there's a bunch of little upgrades I need to do, like these hoses, they gotta go. I got this from AutoZone and they told me it was a radiator hose, but obviously you could tell it has like grooves and stuff and seams, and it literally started leaking as soon as it came up to temp. So we need some actual hoses. And then we need to do like small little things like, you know, change a couple wiring, like make it cleaner, because this is my boost controller right here, right? And I actually extended the wires, as you can see, the red wires from the original time I did it, but I want to hide that, so I'm gonna, you know, actually put black wires and actually one ground and then one red or white or whatever color coordination I have it onto the ECU. And then as well, I found out my glow shifts, because that's what I used. I was using Glow Shift, right, which is a good brand. There's nothing wrong with it, but I was using Glow Shift and they actually broke on me. Like, this oil pressure does not work no more because this thing actually detached itself. I was thinking of going ahead and opening this up and then soldering it back on, so I might do that. And then this is my boost gauge. This is actually completely broken, so I need to get a new one of these. But other than those like small little things that we have to do that I mentioned, this car should be done, and then we, you know, then we go on to paint and all that stuff in the future. But thank you guys for watching, and remember, always make it happen no matter what. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.